guys, my name is Trin and today I'm here to do a gigantic book haul. If you don't know, I went to Bookexpo and Bookcon last week, so of course I got a lot of books to show. I'm very nervous for this book haul because I got a lot of arcs, which is something I'm very excited for. But then again, I feel like when it comes to arcs, it's very tricky because half the time I don't even know what the books are about. So, you know, I'm trying to give you a very good synopsis, but it's gonna be tough. And also, Trin's trip to New York 2019 is coming. I have not edited yet, and I will, obviously. I will edit the video, but I'm so terrified because I had a lot of footage. So that video will be coming after this video, I hope. But now, let's get into the book haul. Like I said, I got a lot of books in New York. For the first day of Book Expo, which was on Wednesday, I only got 2 arcs. The first one is The Revolution of Birdie Randolph by Brandy Colbert. I got this arc at the novel breakfast. So like after everything was over, the author Brandy was there and she signed the arc for us. So it says, "For Trin, so nice to meet you," and then her signature right here. This book is about a girl named Birdie Randolph, and I believe she's a senior in high school. She is pressured by her family to be the best in her school, obviously. But then of course she meets a guy named Booker, I believe, and then they fall in love, but he has a dark past and her family does not approve. But then also this deals with her relationship with her aunt, who is recovering from addiction. So it says that Carlene returns to Chicago and she's been in and out of the treatment facility because of her problem with addiction. This book is dealing with love and family, and I cannot wait for this book because I've heard really amazing things about her other novels, especially Little and Lion. The second book that I got at Book Expo is Serpent and Dove by Shelby. Mahurin? I don't know how to say her last name, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie, I got this book because there was a line going on at this arc drop. A lot of my friends were in the line and I was like, might as well get it. So Sandy and I just got into the line and we got this arc. I don't really know much about this book because, like I said, I got this book because of the line. Like, there were a lot of people and a lot of my friends told me to get into the line and get this book, so I did. I listened to them. All I know about this book is that it's about witches, and I feel like I rarely read books about witches, but it has to do with the main character marrying this person because of political reasons, I'm assuming, because I read the back. I feel like the synopsis in the back is kind of vague, but I don't mind when it comes to this kind of book. The cover is so beautiful. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you when the books are coming out because I suck. So for The Revolution of Birdie Randolph, this is coming out August 29, and then for Serpent and Dove, this comes out September of 2019. So the next few books are the books that I got on the second day of Book Expo. The next book is Stargazing by Jen Wang. So if you don't know, she is the author of The Prince and the Dressmaker, which is a very well-known graphic novel, and I do have it in this book haul. It is signed to me, so which is really— oh wait, I didn't see this. Okay, cool. So it says to Trin and then a picture drawn right here. In Stargazing, the 2 main characters are named Moon and Christine. I'm just gonna read you what it says in the back. So it says, Moon even tells Christine her deepest secret, that she sometimes has vision of celestial beings who speak to her from the stars, who reassure her that Earth isn't where she really belongs. When I read that line, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be really different. So it's basically about their friendship and how Moon is, like I said, out of this world. She's very different and she has this ability to hear things from the stars. So I cannot wait to read this graphic novel, and this is coming out September 10th, 2019. So in 3 months, which is very exciting. The next book that I got is Charlie Thorne and the Last Equation by Stuart Gibbs. So here's the story about this book. I think I was wandering around in the Simon & Schuster booth on the second day of Book Expo, and then a lot of people, or like some people, gave me this arc. Honestly, I wasn't even looking for this arc. They just gave it to me and I didn't have the heart to put it back or say no. So I got this arc and then I just walk away, and now it's in my house. This novel is about a girl named Charlie Thorne and how she has to crack a lot of codes to find this equation that Albert Einstein created years ago. So basically this equation, it can either save the planet or destroy the planet, and a lot of people are trying to find the equation. So Charlie Thorne is being thrust into this adventure and she has to solve a lot of mysteries to find the equation and save the world. So this book is coming out on September 17 in 2019, so in 3 months. A lot of books are coming out in September, which is very exciting. The next book is Look Both Ways by Jason Reynolds. So I think this is like the 3rd time I met him. 3rd time or 4th time, I don't remember, but I have met Jason Reynolds a lot of times over the past year, and he signed this book for me. So it says, Trin, be ready. I think, I don't know. Yep, that's his signature. Because in the past, he signed one of my books and I could not read the signatures. So it says something. I think it says be ready. I could be completely wrong, but I think it says be ready. So from the synopsis, I'm guessing that Chase and Reynolds basically weave 10 tales, and it says one per block into one stories. I'm assuming there will be a lot of characters and a lot of things are happening after the bell rings, you know, after school. So that's what I got from this book, because the back doesn't say much, to be honest, but it's Jason Reynolds, and I only read one book from him, but I really enjoyed that book. So I cannot wait to read this book and so many of his books, because I know for a fact he's a very talented author and writer. So I'm very excited to have this in my collection, and this book will come out on October 8th 2019. The next book in this book haul is I Hope You Get This Message by Farah Nas Rishi. So this book is signed by the author, which is really cool. So it says to Trin and then the author signature right here. So the synopsis is not in the back, and I just looked it up on Goodreads, and honestly it sounds very similar to We Are the Ants by what's his name? Oh my god, Sean David Hutchinson. It does sound very similar to We Are the Ants. So this book is basically about these three characters and how it's their last few days on Earth before the aliens kill everyone on the planet. So they have 7 days to just get their lives in order. So the main characters are Jesse, Kate, and Adim. They have their own problems, and like I said, they have 7 days to get everything together, and then also their stories collide to each other, or like with each other. So that's all I got from this book, and it's pretty thick, so I'm guessing, you know, it's gonna be a very heavy book. I'm actually very excited to read this book because I love We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchinson. I read that book towards the end of 2018 and I really loved it. So I cannot wait to read another book that's quite similar to that book. I don't think they're the same, but it's similar enough to catch my interest. So this book is coming out October 22nd 2019. So for Book Expo, I actually got a lot of graphic novels arcs, so that was very exciting for me. So there are 2 that I will be showing you, actually 3, a few. I have a lot, to be honest. Let's talk about these 2 real quick. So this is No Ivy League by Hazel Newlevant. I think that's how you say her last name. And then this one is called Mooncakes by Wendy, Sue, and then Suzanne Walker. So both of these arcs are signed, I believe. Yeah, so this one, it says to Trin 590. What? Oh, like May of 2019, because that was, you know, Book Expo. This book is about a girl named Nova, and I believe it says that she is a witch, so she knows a lot about magic and wizardry. This is not fucking Harry Potter. Witchcraft, that's the thing. Oh my god, I'm so fucking dumb. So she knows a lot about witchcraft, and she works at her grandmother's bookshop, and then she reunites with an old crush, I believe. So like it says her childhood crush named Tam, and I believe they have to help each other out. The guy has to really rely on the main character Nova. So that's all I know, and honestly this shit is so cute and I cannot wait to read this arc. This is coming out October of 2019. The other graphic novel is No Ivy League by Hazel Newlevant. So this is actually a memoir, and I just found out like right now when I was reading the back. So this is a memoir. Like I said, I didn't know about it because I was under the impression that this was just like another graphic novel and it's fiction, and I actually got this signed by the author. So it says for Trin and her signature right here. I think you can see it now. Like I said, this is a memoir of the author. So I believe this is when she was 17 and she had like a job in Portland, Oregon. And that's all I need to know, because I don't want to know much when it comes to memoir. Like I just want to learn as I'm reading the stories. This is coming out in August of 2019. The next book that I got is Girls of Storm and Shadow by Natasha Ngang. So this is the second book of Girls of Paper and Fire. I've heard really amazing things about the first book, and I have not read it yet because I've been very busy. I want to read that book as soon as possible, and I cannot wait to, you know, read the first book and then have the second book right here. So this is an arc, and like I said, this is the second book, so I cannot give you a synopsis of the second book because I did not know what happened in the first book. This is coming out November 5th of 2019. Another graphic novel that I got on the second day of Book Expo. I believe this is the last book of the second day. So this is called White Bird by R.J. Palacio. If you don't know, R.J. Palacio is the author of Wonder, which is like, you know, a very well-known book, and it has been turned into a movie, I believe 2 years ago. And this book, it is like a novel or like a graphic novel that is loosely connected to Wonder. So I believe there is a character named Julian and his grandmother is Grandmère. So this book is about her story when she was a young girl in France during World War II. So she is a Jewish young girl, and you know, World War II is very ugly. So I believe it's about her story and it's in the form of a graphic novel. So I'm very excited for this because I feel like comparing this to like the other graphic novels that I got at Book Expo, this one is almost finished because everything is filled in, like the colors, and this is available on October 1st of 2019. So 4 months. Yeah, I'm doing my math right. So I just clipped my hair back because it's so freaking hot in my room, and this is the best solution. The next thing I got is a print. So here's the story. If you don't know, on Friday, the third day of Book Expo, Lupita Nyong'o was there. I thought that we were going to get the book, like the arc, and then get it signed by Lupita Nyong'o, and then boom. Yeah, that didn't happen. So when I got to the booth at Simon & Schuster, I found out they were just gonna give us the print, and then it's gonna be signed by Lupita Nyong'o and then the illustrators. I said hi to Lupita Nyong'o. I got a picture of her. I'll put it right here. So yeah, I got a picture of her, but it was just rushed and very quick, like I said, and there were so many security guards around that booth because it is Lupita Nyong'o, you know, like she is a very well-known actress. It didn't go according to plan in my opinion because I really want to get a picture with me and her. That didn't happen obviously, and I also want to get a really quick clip of her signing, you know, this, but that didn't happen either because we were not allowed to take videos or photos of her, you know, so that didn't happen. But I got a really like quick photo of her like after the signing. So yes, this is what we got. This is the print. So this is Soewei, I believe. So if you don't know, the book is called Soewei. Here is her signature and here is the illustrator's signature. So I got this. This reminds me of that one time that I met Lupita Nyong'o for like 1 second. So on the third day of Book Expo, I got a lot of arcs. In the first hour when I was there, I got like 5 arcs already, so that was very exciting. And then by the end of the day, I got like 10 more. This is called Some Places More Than Others by Renée Watson. I believe I got this arc with Sandy and Parina because we waited in line and then we got signed and we were done. So it was like a very quick signing. It says Renée Watson, Trin, hold on to your rats. In this novel, the main character is Amara, and she wants to go to Harlem to visit her grandfather and then her cousins and then get to know her father a little bit more. It's basically her reconnecting her family history from her father's side and then realizing that her father is very similar to herself and all these things. So it does deal with family. So this book is coming out on September 3rd of 2019. So I believe this is a middle grade book. I want to say, yeah, middle grade novel. So cannot wait to read this book. I have Renée Watson's other novel and I really want to get to that one because I was supposed to get to that one last year, but I didn't because I suck. I want to read that one first and then read this one. The next book is Twice in the Blue Moon by Christina Lauren. So if you don't know, I love Christina Lauren very much. I've read a lot of their books already. So this is the newest one, or like the new one. So this book is about two main characters named Tate and Sam. Tate, I believe, is the long lost daughter of a very well-known actor. Sam is Tate's first lover, or first love, first everything basically, and then first heartbreak because she told him that she's, you know, the long lost daughter of this very well-known actor, and I believe he betrayed her secret, and then boom, they broke up. And then 14 years later, Tate is a very well-known actress, and then they meet again, and you know, they have to confront their past and all these things. So I cannot wait to read this book because right now I'm reading Roommates by Christina Lauren, and it's not bad or anything like that, but I don't want to admit it, but I'm in a reading slump a little bit. So I really hope to finish Roommates by Christina Lauren and then read a lot of their novels because I love Christina Lauren. Like, I have read their books since 2014, 2015 when I was, oh my god, when I was in high school. We don't want to talk about that. But yeah, I've been following their journey. I have almost all of their books. I will support Christina Lauren until the day I die. I forgot to say that this book is coming out on October 22nd of 2019. My vision is so bad. Like, I had to squint to look at the damn date right here. The next book in this book haul is Genderqueer by Maia, Kobabe, I want to say. So this is a memoir of the author and they are non-binary. So I believe this book is about about them coming out as non-binary and asexuals. This book is already out, I believe. I thought that this was an ARC, and I came to the booth like, hey, is there an ARC drop for genderqueer? The lady was like, no, this book is already out, but you can get it for $9. I really want to support the author, and I really want to read the story, so yeah, bought this book for $9 at the booth. The next book is Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. So this book is gigantic, as you can see here. So this book is about a mother named Kate and then her son named Christopher. So they both basically ran away from their household because the dad, I believe, is very abusive. The mom and the son ran to Pennsylvania and then they settled down, and then Christopher just disappeared. So he was gone for 6 days, but then he came back, and then he has like a mission to do, which is to build a Christmas tree, a tree house in the woods by Christmas. I'm stupid as fuck. Basically, the son is just kind of different after his disappearance. Yeah, it's very mysterious just from the synopsis alone. This is coming out on October 1st of 2019, so the first day of October, which is, you know, the perfect way to start off the month because Halloween, the spooky shit, you know. The next book that I got is The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. So I literally got this book because Sandy got it. Like, I witnessed her getting this book, and then I was like, hell, why not? Let me get a copy for myself. So I believe this is an adult thriller novel, and here's the thing. I really cannot tell you what it's about because I don't know myself. So in the back, there's no synopsis. It's just fucking reviews, and I don't give a shit about that. In this book, there's no synopsis. So I look on Goodreads, and what they gave me doesn't help me at all. All I know is that this is an adult thriller novel. I cannot say that word for the life of me. I got this book because it was there, so that's all I can say. I'm sorry, but don't blame me. Blame Goodreads and for the fact that this does not have a synopsis. And also, I just want to say that this book is coming out on October 29th of 2019, so towards the end of October. So on Friday, March 31st, I believe, yeah, it's like the last day of Book Expo, the last day of May, Sandy and I were invited to the Fierce Reads parties. By the end, we got a tote bag full of so many books and ARCs, and I'm so excited to share them with you because we actually got some really good shit, okay? The first one is Light It Up by Mahurin, I believe. So here's the thing about this Fierce Reads tote bag. So everyone got a tote bag. I'm pretty sure everyone had the same things, but there are some different ARCs, okay? So I got this ARC, I forgot what it's called, but basically Sandy and I, we did a trade because she had this ARC and I really want to get this ARC. So like I said, we did a trade. So she had like an ARC that I have. I don't remember what it's called, but I gave her my ARC to get this one. So I cannot wait to have this in my possession. Well, it's already in my possession, but yeah, I'm just very, very excited about this book. This novel is about a 13-year-old girl who was killed by a police officer. This novel is told in vignettes, I believe. So in the back it says that it's being told in different perspectives and such. So that's all I know. I'm very, very excited to read this book because this is another novel about police brutality, and I did a final project on this short story called The Finkelstein Five, and I really, really love that story. So I really want to read more stories about police brutality and Black Lives Matter. And thank you, Sandy, for doing a trade with me in our hotel room. The next two books are actually like second books of a series or something like that. I'm very surprised to have them just because they're the sequel. I haven't read the first books, so what do I do with this? So this is called Wild Savage Stars by Christina Perez. So this is the second book of a series, and then this is called Red Skies Fallen by Alex London, and this is the second book of a series. So I'm not gonna tell you much about these two because I don't know shit. All I know is that these two are the second books of a series. So this one is coming out in August. Let me see, I cannot find it. Okay, August 27th of 2019, and then Red Skies Falling is coming out on September 3rd of 2019, and then I forgot because I'm a dumbass, Light It Up is coming out on October 22nd, 2019. So those are the dates for these three books. The next book is called The 10th Girl by Sarah Ferry. So this book is a gothic psychological thriller, which sounds so freaking good. So I believe it's about this boarding school. It says it's at the tip of South America, and I believe the main character named Mavi, she is the new teacher at this boarding school, and then I believe there are like 10 students in her classroom and one of them is missing and weird shit is happening. So that's all I know. And honestly, when the author was talking about her novel at the party, it sounds so cool. So I'm very excited about this book, and it's coming out on September 24th of 2019. So look out for this book. I think it's gonna be very good. So I cannot wait to read this book in a few months or so. The last book in that tote bag is There Will Come a Darkness by Katy Rose Poole. So here's the thing about the synopsis. Right now I have a headache a little bit, so I'm just gonna read to you what's in the back. I'm sorry, I hate doing this, but I must because I have a headache and I don't feel like reading this and then telling you what I know. For generations, the 7 prophets guided humanity. Using their visions of the future, they ended wars and united nations until the day 100 years ago when the prophets disappear. All they left behind was one final secret prophecy foretelling an age of darkness and the birth of a new prophet who could be the world's salvation ... or the cause of its destruction. As chaos takes hold, 5 souls are set on a collision course. A prince exiled from his kingdom, a ruthless killer known as the Pale Hand, a once faithful leader torn between his duty and his heart, a reckless gambler with the power to find anything or anyone, and a dying girl on the verge of giving up. One of them, or all of them, could break the world. Will they be savior or destroyer? That's the synopsis, and it does sound really cool. I'm very excited for this book, like I said, because this is the first book of a series. The first book is coming out on September 3rd of 2019, so in 3 months obviously. So those are the books that I got at Book Expo. Now we're going to BookCon. So let's quickly talk about Cassandra Clare. Thank you so much, Sandy. So if you don't know, Sandy got her book signed at the Cassandra Clare signing, and basically she has to buy Ghost of the Shadow Market and then she could get 1 extra book signed. Thank you so much, Sandy, because she was like, hey, I can actually get a book signed for you, so is there anything that you want to get signed by Cassie? And I told her this book. So if you don't know, this copy means the world to me because this book changed my life 6 years ago. So this is the book that got me into reading. I love this book. I love this copy in particular. So last year I got Emma Books to sign it for me over here, and then this year I got Cassie to sign it right here. So this is her signature, just like a simple C. Out of all of the books that I have by Cassie, this was the only copy that I really want to get signed, and I'm so grateful for Sandy for giving me that opportunity, you know, to get this copy signed. So thank you so much, Sandy. And then not just that, I asked her to purchase this copy for me. So this is Ghost of the Shadow Market by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan, Maureen Johnson, Kelly Link, and then Robin Wasserman. So if you don't know, this is the newest book from the Shadowhunter Chronicles. So this came out on June 4th, but we got it like 3 days early because it was like the first day of BookCon, which is on June 1st. So I got this copy early, but here's the thing about this stupid shit. I had to pay full price. Like, yes, Sandy got it for me, but then I Venmo her the money. And I'm so pissed that I did because look at this. This is damaged. I don't think you can see it, but up here it's damaged. So I'm quite pressed about that, and it's not even signed, which is fine, but I'm very upset that I paid full price for a damaged book, okay? At the same time, there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I already paid the money, or like I already gave Sandy my money, and it's not like she can, you know, return it for me, so I just had to suck it up. But yeah, I asked Sandy to buy this copy for me because I want an early copy. And if you don't know, this book is about Brother Zachariah, which is a very well-known character in the Shadowhunter Chronicles, and that's all I can say because like I don't want to talk too much about it. But if you don't know, this is a compilation of short stories. I believe there are 10. Yeah, I think there are 10 short stories. So the first 8 you can find them on ebooks, and then the last 2 is exclusive to this book. I believe the last 2 short stories takes place after Queen of Air and Darkness, which is the last book of the Dark Artifices trilogy. So I'm very excited to read this book. I will read this summer, okay? I will, because I want to read this book. I've been waiting for this, okay? That's all I have to say when it comes to Cassie Clare. And then also on the first day of BookCon, I got 2 books signed by the authors. For the first one, this is called I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver. If you don't know, Mason is non-binary, and the main character of this book is Ben, who is also non-binary. non-binary. So in the novel, the main character came out to their parents, but their parents did not like, you know, the news. So their parents kicked Ben out, and Ben has to live with their older sister and her new husband. It's basically them going to a new school and, you know, finding new friends and then falling in love. I cannot wait to read this book for Pride Month, obviously. I really want to read this book this month. And congrats to Mason Deaver, because I know them for a while on Twitter, and then meeting them at BookCon and Book Expo was really great. So yeah, I cannot wait to read this book this month. The next book that I got signed is The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wang. I believe it's about the main character who is the prince, but then at night he's, you know, breaking the rules and being a fashion icon. Oh yeah, the prince is Prince Sebastian. So it says that at night he puts on daring dresses and takes Paris by storm as the fabulous Lady Crystalia, the hottest fashion icon in the world, capital of fashion. Oh, sorry. Fashion was like repeated twice in like one sentence, and I did not like that. The only person who knows about the prince's secret is Francis, who is the dressmakers. That's all I know, and I heard that it's so freaking cute. Like, I've heard nothing but great things about this graphic novel. I really hope I get to read this book this summer, okay? I really do. I think this is the last arc in the book haul. So this is called Slay by Brittany Moritz. So thank you so much to Madeline from Novel Inc. I think I was talking to her, or like I was talking to Chloe and Spencer, so we were just hanging out, and you know, Madeline's there, and then when she pulled out this book and says who wants it, and I was like, oh, I want it, and then she just gave it to me. That was literally it. So thank you so much, Madeline, for this book. So I'm very excited about this. So this book is about our main character named Kiara, and she is the creator of this game called Slay. No one knows that she's the creator, not her family, her friends, her boyfriend. No one knows about her secret. Unfortunately, there is a teen in Kansas City who got killed because of a dispute over the game Slay. So of course Kiara is receiving backlash. It says that Slay is labeled as racist, exclusionist, and violent hub for thugs and criminals. So basically the game has a really bad reputation, you know, because of that one unfortunate event. But then not just that, a troll infiltrated the game and threatens to sue Kiara for like a lot of money. Oh yeah, threatening to sue Kiara for anti-white discrimination. So that's what this book is about, and I cannot wait to read this because the cover looks so fantastic. But not just that, I'm just so excited to read a book like this. So yeah, very happy to have this in my collection, and thank you so much, Madeline, for giving this book to me on the first day of BookCon. The last day of BookCon, which is BookCon day 2, I got 2 books. So this was just given to me by this random guy. So he gave me this book. This is Ariana Grande, Break Free by Katy Sprinkle. So I was just walking around with Sandy, and this guy literally just gave it to me, and then I walk away with this book. So this book is about Ariana Grande. So if you don't know who she is, then like you're missing out. It's just about Ariana Grande and then her success, her music. That's all I have to say. I got this book for free. It's nice though. It's nice to get shit for free. So this book I got at the Strand because Karina, Sandy, and we went to the Strand with Brittany and then Sophie. Freaking Sandy, she was just getting books, and then she saw that Outrun the Moon by Stacey Lee is $9. So there are 2 copies, both $9. So she has one and then I have one. The main character is Mercy, and this takes place in 1906 in San Francisco. So I believe Mercy is Asian American. I want to say she's Chinese. She wants to get out of poverty, and then she gets into this school that has a lot of white people, and I believe there is an earthquake sometime in April. So that's all I know. Like, I just read the synopsis, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to speed this shit up because I am tired. This is like a souvenir for myself, but then also I really want to get a book with Sandy so we can have matching book. I don't know, I'm tired. So that is it for today's book haul. Oh my god, I've been filming for 2.5 hours. I'm so tired. My eye hurts. I have a headache a little bit. I'm sweating. I'm tired. I'm so tired. New York has been great. You know, I'm really happy that I went to Book Expo and BookCon, and like I said, Trent's trip to no, oh my god, not to Vietnam, my dumbass. Trent's trip to New York 2019 is coming. Please be patient. I have to edit that shit, and that can take me days, to be honest. So that video will go up after this one. Don't you dare worry. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.